Hello and welcome to more breaking wrestling news. Well, it wouldn't be another day in wrestling if it wasn't more shocking allegations being levied against popular wrestling figures. So you may know who Nick Khan is. Nick Khan is only the president of WWE and sits on top of the TKO's board of directors. Well, he's been brought up in these Vince McMahon allegations where Vince McMahon forced himself onto this woman named Janel Grant. And also, John Laurinaitis was there as well, doing abhorrent, despicable things with this woman. Vince McMahon even defecated in her hair. But there were names in the court documents that we didn't really know, and slowly over weeks and weeks at a time, these names are coming out. And today, literally during Monday Night Raw, I'm just sitting here enjoying Raw. I'm having a good night, and then this shit drops in the middle of Raw. Nick Khan and Stephanie McMahon named as key figures in the Vince McMahon abuse lawsuit. Other corporate identities are revealed as well. So this article is from Inside the Ropes. We're gonna read this article and then we're gonna talk about this wacky situation real quick. Wacky not being the best words to use, but more depressing if anything. But if we don't laugh at some of this shit, then we'll just cry. So let's read this fucking article, and I'll talk about some other things involving Stephanie, who might not be the innocent little princess that people think that she is. So on January 25th, the Wall Street Journal reported that former WWE employees Janel Grant had filed a new lawsuit against Vince McMahon. The lawsuit contains horrifying allegations and graphic depictions of sexual, emotional abuse, and sex trafficking at the hands of McMahon and former Executive Vice President of Talent Relations John Laurinaitis. The suit is seeking to avoid a previous NDA and seeks financial damages of an unspecified amount. This is the latest in allegations about Vince McMahon that began back in 2022, when it was reported that the chairman paid $12 million in hush money to four women. Oh shit, I apologize. I have a bit of a cold, so bear with me. The lawsuit also alleges that WWE was fully aware of the relationship between Grant and McMahon, which is very fucking weird, obviously, referencing four separate corporate figures who are only identified in the suit as corporate officers 1 through 4. The suit does not indicate whether they knew specifically of McMahon's abusive actions. They knew that Vince McMahon was up to some shit. They knew that at least. It wasn't a secret that Vince was a fucking horn dog out here fucking every woman left and right. Now, whether these people knew that Vince was assaulting these women with John Laurinaitis and defecating in their hair. I don't even know why I say defecating. Shitting in their hair is a disgusting, vile piece of shit, Vince McMahon. He's so gross. But nevertheless, I digress. Let's fucking continue reading this shit. While the identities of these officers were previously unknown, Front Office Sports now reports that WWE President, drumroll please, Nick Khan, is Corporate Officer 1, while COO Brad Bloom is Corporate Officer 2. This information was confirmed by Grant's lawyer, Ann Callis. In a statement to Front Office Sports, a WWE representative denied that Khan and Bloom had previous knowledge of the allegations outlined in the lawsuit. Writing, WWE takes Ms. Grant's allegations very seriously and has no tolerance for any physical abuse or unwanted physical contact. Neither Nick Khan nor Brad Bloom, prior to the lawsuit being filed in 2024, were aware of any allegation by Ms. Grant that she was the victim of abuse or unwanted physical contact, nor does the complaint allege that either had knowledge of such. Meanwhile, and are you ready for this? Are you ready for this kicker? Are you ready for the shit to hit the fan, no pun intended? Front Office Sports also reports that one Miss Stephanie McMahon is named as Corporate Officer number 3. McMahon is referenced by name once in the lawsuit in an ambiguous fashion. but most of her involvement in the suit was recorded anonymously. Stephanie resigned from WWE, as you might remember. She fucking left the company. And it's been a debate for the longest time why Stephanie left the company. Did she leave because she knew some shit? Or did she leave because she was a part of some shit? And I'm not trying to imply any kind of incestuous relationship between her and Vince. I'm just saying there's I think like what was it, like a month ago that someone was saying that Stephanie McMahon knew about there was this woman who worked in the company. Uh, I'm drawing a blank right now what her fucking name was. Hold on, let me fucking see. Ashley Massaro, that's her name. People are saying that Stephanie McMahon knew about Ashley Massaro, who claimed that she was, say, I don't know if I can say the R word. Let's just say assaulted, just like Janel Grant was, by fucking American soldiers. And apparently WWE didn't want to do anything to complicate their relationship with the American soldiers, so they basically told Ashley Massaro to shut the fuck up. And we all know how the story of Ashley Massaro ended. She was fired not too long after. Then she committed sewer slide. I don't know if I can say that word on here either. She ended her own life, basically. So, if the rumors are true and Stephanie was partaken in something like that, now her name is her name has appeared in the lawsuit. So it's very fucking weird, very weird stuff. This whole situation, I've said it for a while, it's gonna get worse and worse before it gets any better. So Stephanie McMahon resigned from WWE shortly after news of her father's return to the company in January 2023. Corporate Officer 4 is named in the report as Brian Nurse, who previously served as general counsel for WWE's legal department. And neither Stephanie nor Brian Nurse have responded to Front Office Sports requests for comment. There are many websites covering this today. I'm sure it's quite the coincidence that this news dropped during Monday Night Raw too. So when did Vince resign from WWE and TKO? One day after the news of the lawsuit broke, Vince McMahon resigned from all duties. This motherfucker retired, and then he came back, and then he resigned. He kept trying to weasel his way back into the company and just ruined everything. WWE was getting better and better, and then Vince would just weasel his way back into the company and just ruin shit. And now, many people are saying that WWE is the best it's been in 20 years. You have people like Dave Meltzer. Like, I fucking hate Dave Meltzer, but Dave Meltzer said WWE was the best company of the year. I think it was last year, and he hasn't said that about WWE in like 20 years. You have people saying that WWE's making wrestling fun again. So, quite the coincidence, when this degenerate piece of shit Vince McMahon leaves, the company gets way better. But he kept trying to weasel his way back into the company and fuck everything up again. Just an absolutely disgusting piece of shit. I fucking hate Vince. I wish him the worst. I don't know if I can say this, but I don't care. You might remember what happened to Jeffrey Epstein. You remember how he was like in his prison cell and something unfortunate happened to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I'm not gonna wish ill will on anyone, but let's just say I would turn the cameras off if Vince McMahon was in a fucking jail cell like Jeffrey Epstein. That's all I'm gonna say about it. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Vince is the worst. Fuck Vince. Creatively, he's been creatively bankrupt for 20 years, and he's a fucking rapist on top of all that. So Vince McMahon, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you. So Vince McMahon resigned from all duties with WWE and TKO. There's always one word in these articles that I can't read. Vehement. He vehemently, I've never heard that word in my fucking life, vehemently denied the allegations against him. What the fuck does that even mean? Vehemently. In a forceful, passionate, or intense manner with great feeling. More like he fucking lied through his teeth like he's always lied his entire fucking life. He's a lying sack of shit. Uh, he he lied and denied the allegations against him, writing in a statement, "I stand by my prior statement that Ms. Grant's lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene made-up instances that never occurred, and is a vindictive distortion of the truth." McMahon said this evening of the scorching lawsuit against him filed earlier this week. "I intend to vigorously defend myself against these baseless accusations and look forward to clearing my name. And I look forward to any kind of lawsuit that comes out of this. I fucking hope Vince McMahon rots in prison. I hope that they find proof of Vince doing this shit. Or, if he's innocent, I'll eat my fucking words. If they can prove that he's innocent somehow, I'll eat my words and I'll say Vince McMahon is the greatest wrestling figure of all time. But until that day comes, fuck Vince. However, out of respect for the WWE Universe, the extraordinary TKO business and its board members and shareholders, partners and constituents, and all of the employees and superstars who help make WWE and the global leaders. Shut up, Vince. You're such a fucking bitch. I swear to God. I have decided to resign from blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's the news today. That's one of many articles written about this today. This is from Inside the Ropes. Nick Khan and Stephanie McMahon named as key figures in the Vince McMahon abuse lawsuit. So you might remember, like I told you about the Stephanie incident with told you about the Stephanie incident between her and Ashley Massaro. Stephanie loves to portray herself as this nice. I mean, on television she portrayed herself as a evil bitch, but in real life she tries to portray herself as this good, wholesome person. I remember it was a while back. Let's see if we can find this before we wrap things up. Dude, you might think I'm really stupid and can't spell. Wait, did I spell that right the first time? Nah. You might think that I'm really smart and know how to spell. Plus, I'm typing this with one hand. I'm holding my fucking mic right now. Dude, it's not that I don't know how to spell. It's that I love that I think that Google is gonna fucking tell me who Stephanie is. Like hey Google, you know who Stephanie is? And they're like, oh, you're talking about Stephanie from WWE. No, I'm fucking stupid as hell. Stephanie McMahon talks. See, dude, this was from a long ass time ago. This was 2016. This was a 2016 take from Stephanie that was like fucking pissed people off. And I can't fucking find it. Where is it? Yeah, philanthropy is the future of marketing. It's the way brands are going to win. And if you don't know what philanthropy is, that means random acts of kindness. Say someone's like parked on the side of the road, their car's out of gas. You pull over, you give them some gas, and you help them on their way. But you film it and put it on your Twitter, put it on your YouTube channel, and you go, oh, look how I'm such a nice person. Oh, I'm such a nice person. Who does that remind you of? Who does this all the fucking time? How many times do we hear about how great of a company WWE is? They do all this amazing philanthropy fucking work. They work with Connor's Cure and all this shit. And don't get me wrong, whether or not WWE has bad intentions or not, I don't doubt that the things they do for these kids with cancer truly makes these kids happy. So at the end of the day, no harm, no foul. But you have to know that there are ulterior motives to all this shit that they do. A lot of it's tax write-offs, but, at the end of the day, they may be doing good things. But it's just the way that Stephanie worded this. It's like really evil. And now, if Stephanie is a part of this fucking disgusting, Vince McMahon, Janelle Grant situation, then all this philanthropy bullshit is gonna truly be for nothing. Like, you don't get to ride on your fucking high horse. You don't get to ride around on your fucking high horse, and then, you know, do such fucking horrible shit and be involved. It's just, it disgusts me. It absolutely fucking disgusts me. So, leave a comment. Tell me, how do you feel about this situation? How do you feel about Nick Khan and Stephanie McMahon named in the lawsuit? New York Post is talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Leave a comment. Are you surprised that Nick Khan has been wrapped up in this? Are you as surprised as I am that Stephanie McMahon has been named in this situation? Leave a comment, and thank you for watching. We'll be back with more videos, more than likely tomorrow. I mean, who knows? Each day the world turns, more disturbing shit comes out about WWE. So make sure you subscribe and leave a comment telling me how you feel about this. Thank you for watching.